what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Kryptonian saying here, bringing you guys a review for One Piece Chapter 882, and I am more than officially intrigued by this Luffy versus Katakuri fight. This shit, whenever the anime gets this, like this shit, man, dude, anime gotta add some shit to this. This is good, man. This is good. This is really, really good. Like, Katakuri is able to see into the future. He's got that foresight. And I love how Brûlée's just bigging this dude up, man. Like, Brûlée's like the ultimate hype man at this point, right? Like, you know, you get like the, before you go out on stage, like the hip hop artists, so they go out to perform, you know, you got the warm up act and like they're getting the crowd going and everything, getting them all hyped. And then all of a sudden, the dude comes out, they start performing, hype man right next to him, getting the crowd rocking, finishing the verses for the rapper and everything. Like, this is the same thing that's going on right here, right? Like, you got Brûlée, and Brûlée's like, look, I don't think you understand how great our big brother Katakuri is. Let me put you up on some game, Straw Hats. Legend says that he stood up on his own 2 feet when he was born and fell asleep upright in his own chair. He's never laid down on his back in his life. He's a man who looks down at the earth. That is some Chuck Norris shit, man. You know, a few years ago they had these memes like Chuck Norris didn't catch HIV, HIV caught Chuck Norris, like whatever the fuck you want to do. Like they have all these memes for Chuck Norris, right? Like it's the same damn thing. It's the same thing, yo. This dude is being hyped to high hell. And I ain't gonna lie, right? I was reading that shit and I'm like, man, I think I like Katakuri now. I was like, I know this shit is like some tall tales. I know it's a fable. I don't give a fuck. I like this motherfucker now. Like, I like Katakuri. This dude's so fucking awesome. I like how Luffy, he's just listening to all this shit, and Luffy finally says, okay, equal rights get equal lefts. Hold up, bitch. And he's about to knock her the fuck out. Katakuri shows up. He's like, what are you doing to my sister? And it's just like, oh, okay, you're a nobleman. You don't want your sister to get hit. Luffy don't give a fuck about that. If I'm not mistaken, didn't Luffy knock the fuck out of Vivi? Like, Luffy don't care, man. Like, Vivi was a princess, you know. Brûlée looked like one of them old hookers that's a little over the hill, man. She looked like that old bitch that's running the prostitute house. Like, Brûlée, like, nah, fam. Like, whoever nut the fuck up in Brûlée got some explaining to do. Like, this is the thing, right? Like, I like how Katakuri and Luffy, they begin exchanging blows, right? And Luffy's dodging all these attacks. And at first I'm thinking, this is one lucky son of a bitch. But I think that there's something else to it. I think that Luffy, I don't know how, but I feel like Luffy's doing something on his own. I guess that would be what, observation haki? I don't think that's observation haki that Luffy is unconsciously using. But what I will say is that even Katakuri's looking at it and he's like, holy shit. This is getting so annoying. I've never had somebody dodge this many of my attacks. And Luffy's like, look, I refuse the fact that you're trying to hit me. Can you slow the fuck down for a second? I need to hit you. Like, Luffy's got no fucking chill. But the thing is, it's like, even Katakuri's admitting that, like, Luffy is starting to exhaust him a little bit. So I thought that was interesting. I thought that was interesting because it means that Luffy has a shot. For a second, I was thinking, man, Luffy's about to get bodied. I'm thinking, like, this is Luffy versus Aokiji all over again. Luffy's gonna get bodied once Katakuri takes this shit seriously. And to find out Katakuri's actually trying to tag this guy and can't actually tag Luffy, that's so fucking interesting. And I like how Katakuri uses the flowing Muchi, and what you end up getting is how Luffy is, for a second, starting to freak out. And that's when you find out that Katakuri's powers are awakened. And what's so crazy is that Luffy's about to go into Gear 4 and Katakuri just casually says, Gear 4, that sounds interesting. Like, that's like being told, like, yeah, we're about to go to war and these people want to blow us up. And you say, yeah, that's so interesting. Like, Luffy's Gear 4 is some next level shit. Like, Luffy's Gear 4 fuck Doflamingo up. I know, obviously, this dude Katakuri's on a different level than Doflamingo, but at the same time, when what we've seen with Gear 4, how versatile it is, I would think Luffy would stand a chance against Katakuri like this. So I'm looking forward to seeing Gear 4 Luffy versus Katakuri. Now, the other thing that I like here is how Luffy's starting to get some recognition for the things that he's done. So essentially, you got one of Big Mom's people and they're saying, like, look, we've been downplaying Straw Hat Luffy. Like, I saw Peckham's years ago. This dude was sobbing, begging for his life, but he gave up his life so Luffy and his crew could escape. Like, he sees something in Luffy, and I think we're doing a disservice to this kid. And everyone's like, are you fucking kidding me? This kid is nothing. I'm like, look, yo, I understand. Like, you guys know, like, I've got every fucking review from 2015 when I started One Piece all the way up until now. You guys know, like, when I started, I said, man, I like this kid Luffy. He's got guts. But I said more than one time, I'm like, man, I don't know if this motherfucker's gonna be king of the pirates. Like, I don't know about this shit. He's a fucking idiot. Like, I bash on Luffy so much. Like, I have a running gag, like, Luffy, you big dummy. Like that, when I get caught up, that's gonna be my Krillin own count. Like, I'm gonna bag on Luffy when he does dumb shit. You might as well get ready for it. But as we progress, I would say once we got to, Sailboating, once we got there, no, it was Impel Down. Once we got to Impel Down, that's when I started looking at it, I'm going, okay, hold on a second. Luffy is able to get all these different people to follow him, all these fucking criminals. Luffy might be on to something. Luffy, that's when it hit me that Luffy could actually pull this shit off to be king of the pirates. And so when you look here, they're talking about all the shit that's gone wrong once the Straw Hats have got there. And, you know, in sports, we call that a force multiplier, where you're able to take people and elevate them to another level that are around you. In the case of Luffy, Luffy is a chaos multiplier. When Luffy gets to an alien... when Luffy gets to an island, Luffy, everything goes to shit. Everything goes to shit. When you really sit down and think about it, every kingdom that he's gone to, he's changed it fundamentally. Whether it be him going into... what's the first one? Whether it be him going into Alabasta, Alabasta or Drum Island, or it'll be Drum Island first, then Alabasta. When you went to those kingdoms, completely changed the landscape of both of them. When you look at what happened once he went to... I'm not going to walk through every island. I'm going to skip ahead. Once he went to Punk Hazard, fucked up all the Caesar stuff there. Fucked up all the Doflamingo stuff on Dressrosa, which I still stand by. That's one of my favorite arcs. Like, I love that fucking arc. But, you know, Luffy, everywhere he's been, he's caused some type of chaos. And right here, he's toppled Big Mom's whole fucking chateau. Like, Luffy's making a legend for himself. And I think that this is Oda acknowledging that, okay, Luffy has fucking arrived. And he's arriving against one of the four emperors. Like, again, I don't think Luffy beats Big Mom. I really don't think Luffy beats Big Mom. But I do think that if Big Mom's going there where Sanji is, at this point, I don't take nothing off the table. I don't take nothing off the table if Luffy is able to knock this bitch into an orgasm. Like, it would not surprise me if Luffy hits her that hard that her panties get wet because she's squirting all over the place. Like, I would not be fucking shocked, man. Like, I would not be shocked. I'm 100% expecting Luffy to knock this bitch into a diabetic coma, especially because she's going there for a fucking wedding cake. Like, that's the last thing this bitch needs is some fucking wedding cake. But, you know, I will say that, you know, the ending of the chapter definitely threw me off a little bit, and in a good way. I was not expecting Sanji's family. I thought that the motherfuckers was done. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought they was done. I'm like, oh, they got those cool ass suits. That's awesome. That's so awesome. I think they call those the memory suits. Like, that's so fucking awesome. But to see how they just toppled everybody, it made me realize I was sleeping on Germa 66. Because let's be real for a second. These folks have a reputation for taking out entire ass kingdoms. So I shouldn't have been sleeping on them like that. But I'll be the first to admit, I was. I thought that Sanji's family was going to get murked out here. So to see all the bodies just piled up, and it isn't just a small pile of bodies. If you look at the panels, they got the bodies piled up to where one of Sanji's brothers, right? One of Sanji's brothers looks like he's on the same level as one of like the towers that are stringing up in the background. Like, this is fucking insane. Like, they took out that many people and like that double page spread. Oh my fucking God, dude. Oh my God. Like, that's just showing you the impact. Because when I turned the page and I saw that, my first reaction was, what the fuck just happened here? Oda, oh my God, Oda. Like, you can't do this to me, baby. You can't do this to me. You can't leave me with a cliffhanger like this. Like, granted, I'm about to read the next chapter now, but God damn it, Oda. damn, man, you can't leave me with no fucking cliffhanger like that. Like, this shit's crazy, man. This shit's crazy. Like, I don't know where this is going. I had an idea before, and I feel like some things are gonna stand true. Like, I do think that Sanji's sister is in the process of helping this dude get off the island. I think that's it. But everything else is just like, I'm along for the ride now. I'm along for the ride. Like, I'm so fucking invested in this arc to where I can't even do like the prediction. Like, maybe it'd be different if it'd be one of those things like I was reading it week by week and I had time to let it digest and maybe make a few videos on it. Maybe at that point, you know, it'd be like, oh shit, okay, I see where Oda's going here. But like, just reading it right after, again, I've said it before, I feel like a little kid all over again. I feel like I'm in 3rd grade coming home to watch Dragon Ball Z on Toonami after school. Like, you cannot replicate a feeling like this. To be a grown man, to get this type of excitement from reading a manga chapter, it says a lot. So, you know, my chapter question to you guys, right? On a scale from 1 to 10, how much was I underrating Germa 66? How much was I underrating Sanji's brother and his sister Reiju? Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching until the end. Have an awesome day, guys.